Hello friends, we are back. Brand new video. Okay, let's talk about how to actually raise attraction. Now, this video can be used for a breakup situation where you're trying to reinitiate some level of attraction with maybe an ex. This can be for someone you do not know or someone you kind of know, maybe like a crush, maybe an acquaintance who you haven't really developed a level of rapport with. All around, this is just a basic, like, here's what causes attraction type video. And if you would do me a favor and subscribe to this channel, that's incredibly helpful for me and lets me know that I'm doing a good job. So, in we go. Attraction is pretty well understood. And the first thing I'd like to talk about regarding attraction is availability. We know that too much availability diminishes the level of attraction someone can feel for you. This is for many different reasons, but basically we have been taught since birth that the harder something is to get, the more desirable it is. And if you think about that, that's actually pretty true. It's hard to get a six-pack. It's hard to get straight A's on all your grades. You kind of get where I'm going with that. So the more we are seen as hard to get, the more desirable we tend to be in the eyes of other people. However, I really, really want to point this out. This does not mean you should turn to game playing, because hard to get is not necessarily well defined. Hard to get doesn't mean you are literally playing hard to get. I don't subscribe to that idea at all. You can be respectful and kind and straightforward with your intentions and still be seen as something that is hard to get. And by that, we are discussing value. So when I'm talking about value, I'm saying, if I admire someone and I'd very much like to take them on a date, and this is someone who has their life together, they're working on themselves, they have tons of friends, they have things to do on Friday night, right? They just live a well-rounded life. I will view their value as higher because they are actively pursuing and working on the things that they value. And I place importance in values. I'm sure you place importance in values. The main difference is my values might be different than yours. I might value having a family more than you do. You might value religion more than I do. But basically, they have these things set up, meaning they're self-aware, and they're actively pursuing these things, meaning they are consistent. And self-awareness, consistency, accountability, we find these things to be attractive. So we place them higher in our level of regard and esteem, and we view them as harder to get because of their perceived higher value. But when people are thinking of harder to get normally, it's what I said earlier regarding, well, they're just playing hard to get. They like me, but they think they need to intentionally not make time for me or go out of their way, when in reality, at least in most healthy relationships or healthy romantic situations, they're just genuinely busy with a life well lived. And if that's not the case, and if they are intentionally hiding away or playing hard to get, that is, it's not ideal, right? But can you blame them these days where everybody gets their dating advice from BuzzFeed? So it's obviously not going to be great. So number one is perceived value, which some people call hard to get, or like the scale system, right? Oh, they're a 10 out of 10. There's no way I'm below their league, right? I'm out of their league. That mentality is incredibly unhealthy because there is no such thing as a league. And ironically, we all view ourselves with less self-esteem than we should, and our value as determined by us is generally lower than it actually should be. So it's funny to think about how we crap on ourselves and view everybody else as this amazing, great thing out of our league, despite the fact that they themselves are crapping on themselves and looking at you as though you're out of their league. And to some degree, it's just amusing to watch everybody running around like they're on fire. But I digress. The next thing is obviously attraction, which is a part of romance. And for anybody who says that looks don't matter, I'm sorry, yes, they do. However, looks don't matter nearly as much as people pretend they do. So if a book looks interesting, or let's even use YouTube, if a YouTube thumbnail and title look interesting, if they look like something that you might like, then what are you going to do? You're going to click. You're going to see if the actual content of that video or that book or that person has value for you. So this is the same exact mentality that we put to people. Or, I love food, so let's talk about food, right? If food looks good, I'm probably going to order it or pick it up from the store. This is the same exact mentality in dating. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier, where so many of us don't think that we are worthy or attractive, the viewers of this channel, to subscribe and hit like. And what that can do is poison our own experience, because we are so used to looking down upon ourselves as though we're no good, and so we project that outwards to others. But in reality, there are numerous studies that suggest that you're actually more attractive than you think you are. And remember that everybody is doing this mental gymnastic where they are putting themselves down and raising everyone else up. So really, ironically, in order to be attractive, it is realizing this and using this to your advantage in a non-manipulative, yet straightforward and honest way. So being able to work on yourself physically, emotionally, socially, monetarily, travel, try new things, explore the world, have experiences, that will very literally make you more attractive, not only to yourself and raise your self-esteem so that you don't help yourself lower your own personal value and the way that you view yourself, but it actively makes you more attractive to other people for obvious reasons, right? Same thing we said earlier. That person goes out. That person is attractive. That person has friends. That person has a muscular body. And these are all things that you can have. That's the beauty of this. You get to decide your success or your failure. And just like losing weight is a matter of eating less and making healthier choices and moving more, such is being more attractive. And physical attractiveness is one part. It's one component. But there's all these other things you could be doing that you would do if you sat with yourself and brought yourself that bit of awareness by asking yourself questions like, who am I? What do I like doing? What are my hobbies? What would I be willing to do? What one new thing could I try this week that I've been meaning to try? For me, it was a cooking class. I've taken cooking classes. I've discovered a love for cooking. I enjoy cooking. And I happen to meet some new friends cooking or rock climbing or any example that I've used over the course of this YouTube channel. And so it's just a matter of participating in your own life, like deciding to put the phone down because all it's doing is disabling you, and deciding to get up and try new things because you increase the likelihood of being a more fulfilled, happier, and attractive person exponentially just by trying new things. And you might say, well, that's uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, no shit, it's uncomfortable, of course. Nothing worth having is necessarily easy to get. It obviously depends on the situation, but in this circumstance, yeah, you gotta try new things. Being too comfy is how you got here, wherever here might be for you. And maybe this isn't a problem you're having, and you just wanted to listen to this video to maybe see a new take on this. And if that's something you're interested, by the way, I have a new YouTube channel where I'm covering all life advice. I am on camera if you want to see my ugly mug. Check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below. It's youtube.com/RoryGG. And that's an example of me trying something new, being on camera on YouTube and covering life advice outside of breakups and relationships. So this is something for you to focus on and ask, how can I do better for me? Because this can be a pleasant thing. It doesn't have to be doom and gloom and horrible the entire time. You can go out and try new hobbies and do exercises and eat food that works for you. That is also 1% better than what you were doing yesterday. And you will be surprised, if you stay consistent, not only how your opinion of yourself changes, but how everybody's opinion of you changes. A, because you're carrying yourself differently, because you're starting to believe in yourself. But B, because you are actually showing improvement and growing, and your body looks better, and your mind and outlook on life is better and healthier. And together, maybe we can make the world suck just a little less, And drink more water, damn it. You look dehydrated. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos like this, kind of just free flow. I work better when the videos are just less structured. That's just who I am as a creator. I have a Discord server, which is basically the equivalent of a chat room, for those who remember AOL. I'm going to leave it in the description below. It is how we can communicate offline as a community. There are like over 1,000 people there who are getting together and helping each other out through their own struggles and difficult times. So if you guys would like to join, it's in the description below. And as always, I do coaching at thelovechat.net/coaching. And if you need therapy, check out betterhelp.com/Rory, which is my referral code if you decide to do that. And last but not least, I stream on Twitch and give life advice every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where I give life advice and help people out with whatever problems they're dealing with that week. So I've thrown a lot at you guys, and I appreciate you guys for sticking around. If you haven't, do me a solid and subscribe and hit like. That's incredibly helpful for me as a creator. It lets me know that I'm heading in the right direction. It's active feedback. And tell me in the comments below, what would you like me to cover in the future? And if I haven't already covered it extensively, I will definitely consider it. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll catch you in the next one.